Greetings, future masters. Now, take a look at this graph of my puzzle solving. This just happened after that one where I was 5-0 and beat the 2800 problem as the final example. And this is showing you the direct result of what I said before, is that working on these problems every day made me stronger. So I'm much older than the rest of you guys, but if it's working on me, imagine what it will do for you guys. So just go in there, look at those problems, check them out. I'm telling you, do it every day. You're looking at the graph of what's been happening to me, and I'm 60 years old. So for those of you who are less than 60, your learning is going to go faster than mine. So it's right there in front of your face, man. That's all I can tell you. You do the work, you're going to get the results. So take a shot and see what's going on. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. You guys know what to do. I'll talk to you later. Greetings, future masters. Let's rock. So, let's see. Interesting ideas. That isn't that interesting, actually. Well, we can queen check this guy. He could play whatever. Yeah, rook takes queen, rook a8, king d7, rook takes rook. I really don't see what we're getting out of this. We have no real attack after really anything. Maybe there's something better. Yeah. Now there's an idea. Rook to a4. Rook to a4, but he can play rook to b4. Rook takes, bishop takes. We check him. It's not doing much, is it? Rook takes bishop. Pawn takes rook. What does that do? Not much. Knight d2, bishop takes, knight takes, and then so what? I see a lot of so what. And that really does nothing. Man. To say it does nothing is kind of an understatement of nothingness. Rook to a4 really doesn't do anything. I guess it does. Can't play rook there. Well, I guess we can. Can't play that. We just play C3 though. No, that's no good. Rook to A4, rook to B4. No, we could do that. Check, boom. Check there's no good. That was also bad. What can we do? That does nothing. Well, man, I'm telling you. He'd still do that. I don't know, man. Geez, that doesn't look like the right move. I mean, I'm over here struggling against the best move, but I think rook to d4 is the best move. Bishop to b4 was trash, which is fine. That's why it took 5 minutes, because I couldn't find anything but rook to a4, which I didn't think was that great. So, well, this looks maybe pretty basic. What about c4 check? The only replies are king d4 or king e5, and then rook takes e4 check. He'd have king to d3 if he goes to d4. He'd have king to d3 after that. Then, what do we have? So, maybe that's the brute force technique. It's the c4, king d4, rook checks, king d3. That's his out square. So we can play rook takes e4, but he can check us with the bishop. Which I don't care for, so I gotta figure out what to do here. Well, maybe king to d3. What do we play after king to d3? Check. Oh. Check. King to d3. Oh, we have bishop to f6. Which makes check. The bishop, knight takes, pawn takes. Rook e5, king d4. Kind of asking for it. Oh, no, that doesn't work actually. Okay, yes. Well, maybe not. That E3 is another jerk move too. Well, okay, gotcha. That was the key. Another one. Took a chunk of time. Yeah, I realized that bishop is in bad shape. He takes my pawn. Rook to c1 is going to get the bishop. Super fantastic. Okay. Tough question. He's trying to get into the square of our pawn here. Take, bam, bam, go here. So take, let's just go F, go here E, go here D, take F, go, take F, go E, go D. That's it, you lose. This is the shepherd square. However, if we go here, he cuts off the pawn. So we have to go here and box him out. The old basketball idea. The box out is the key. King to b3 is the key move. If we go back and look at this, the main thing was okay, the main thing I was looking at is that he has to stop the pawn. So we're just going to make it, for ease of calculation, every time I move, he gets one file closer. So that's what I said. I take it, he goes to F2. I go back, E2. I take it, D2. And then I could cut him off here, but he could be D3 or whatever. He could just make the move, so I need to box him out. He went to the third rank. So instead of B2, I went here. That's the trappy move. This loses because he just goes C4 and the pawn is gone. Got another king and pawn endgames. Oh look, another one. Oh man, let's see. Check this guy. Right, he is a pawn ahead on the queen side, but we're going to strangulate him here. E6, no good. Check. King D7 maybe, and then King F6. The trap was to avoid E6. So now, toughy. My gut reaction is play King F6 so I can play King takes F7. Rook F8 fails to King G7. Hammer this guy straight. Blam, blam, no. Can't do that. King to d5. I mean, rook to d5. I really want to play rook to e1 to hammer him, but he's going to play rook to e6, which I cannot handle. So I'm thinking rook to c1 to chop this dude. No, I can't chop it. I got to defend. Rook d5. Well, that just loses. There's a rook e6 check. Stupid. I mean, these guys have some stupid moves sometimes. 2700. No. Whatever. Okay. Here's the brute force method. Rook here. King to f4. So, you stop that with g5. And now, this move, g5 threatens to checkmate him, regardless of whatever he does here. So now he has to come up with a defense to the checkmate, which bishop to c4 would do it. Although there's another move, check, king f4, rook takes knight. Because I'm threatening this. Well, we could do that as well. Could play bishop takes rook. Could play bishop takes rook, rook takes rook. Rook checks here. King f4 is forced. Rook takes, knight takes. We can't fork him because of this bishop. I see that's the problem. So how do we get rid of this freak? Maybe maybe that check is useful. Oh no, but this one might be. Rook 8 d6, 8 rook 8 d3 check, king f4, rook f2. King g5 or e5. In any case, rook f5 is check. He'd have, if he goes to e5, he'd have king to e6. He's just asking for it. This looks like an absolute winner fall by g5. $2,800. Stomped him. Now that is a 5-0 that you can be proud of. Stomped him. Yeah, I was trying to take advantage. You know, like I said, a brute force technique was this, with g5, being the idea you checkmate him. But that turned out to not work because he's got too many decent moves and counters to my crud. So I realized that rook f2 check looks like a nasty pursuit, with king e5 being the same thing. Rook f5 check, king e6, and I've got at the very least just rook to here winning a queen. So the pursuit checks are just nasty. And 2.5 minutes, that's pretty darn good. So, I mean, like I said, these are a mini tournament to me. I just went 5-0 and I won first place. That's what this is. To a tournament player, that's what this represents. And I did it against, 23-47, 22-71, 24-76, 27-74, and 28-02. So that's some, stellar play right there, problem solving wise. So I'd say go back, review these problems and the solutions, see what comes of it for you. Give me a comment, tell me what you think about this. I thought it was pretty dadgum awesome. So like the video, you know what to do. Subscribe to get more gold. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later.